up, girls? Welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. It is the most wonderful time of the year because we have the Sephora savings event upon us, and I am so excited for all of these goodies that I have here to recommend for you guys. So I will be talking about, I tried to keep it concise, guys. I tried not to talk about all the things. So we are mainly talking about things that either just came out this year, within maybe the past, I would say 6 months, or some just downright tried and true staples that I have been using nonstop since this year started. So that's the theme of this video. So I will be recommending something from you in almost every category of makeup. So let's get in and let's get out. I'm thinking about doing a separate video dedicated to skincare, body products, and fragrance because I feel like, you know, if I tried to put that all in this video, we got a 2-hour video and ain't nobody watching that. At least I don't think y'all would want to. So let me know down in the comment section below if you do want to see a separate video of like my favorite recommended skincare products, body care products, and fragrance. I'd love to get that out to you guys. But before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for taking some time to spend it with me today. If you are new, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below. Help me to reach 20K. It probably won't mean anything to you to subscribe to my channel, but it really will mean everything to me. And if you are returning, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel. Any way that you do choose to support my channel, whether it's watching this video, watching and liking, liking and commenting, shopping through my links down below. I'm just so glad that you're here with me. I truly appreciate it, and I truly appreciate you. So let's get right into this video. Now, like I said, the Sephora savings event does start Friday, April the 5th. If you are a Rouge member, you're getting 20% off from April the 5th through the 15th. And forgive me, I don't remember the starting dates for VIB and Beauty Insiders, but I will have all of that information down below for you to gauge. If you're VIB, you're getting 15% off, and then if you are a Beauty Insider, you're going to get 10% off. I usually don't ask you guys to do this, but I'm going to ask it because if you do not ask, you will never get what you want. I would love for you to consider, take that action, shop through my links down below, support my channel. This time of the year is a time where we as creators in the beauty industry do have the luxury of having more of you guys shopping. So if you wouldn't mind supporting me during this time, I'd love for you to click those links down below, shop through my links, and support your girl. I usually don't ask you guys to do that, but I'm asking. So I'd love for you guys to do that, or at least consider doing it during this time that you are shopping. Okay, we're gonna start with primers. The 2 primers that I have been using nonstop since they came out, actually since before they came out. But you guys, I love these 2. If you have normal skin, and I would say combination skin, I would recommend both. If you have dry skin, oily skin, I'll tell you which ones I recommend. Okay. Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm. This is going to be an actual skincare product that you can use all over the face and body. So it's not limited to just the face. The way that I have been using this Moisture Repair Balm is I will use it honestly either all over my face as my daily moisturizer. I will use it sometimes at night as my nighttime moisturizer. I love using it on my lips. I've used it on my body like elbows and things like that. I mainly use it for my face. It's got 16 different ingredients that are going to immensely hydrate the skin and moisturize the skin. So when I'm prepping my skin for makeup, I will put this on. Even sometimes after I use another moisturizer, I will use this as my primer. I'll put it on around the perimeter of my face and also my under eye area, because my under eye area is quite dry. And even though I use an eye cream, this just feels really good on the skin. So if you have really dry skin, I would highly recommend this product as either a primer-like product or even as a part of your skincare routine. It is beautiful, blends effortlessly into the skin. The second one is also by, same brand, Danessa Myricks, the Water Powder Serum. As you can see, I have been using it, and I literally use these 2 products every time I do my makeup. Every time I do my makeup. The Water Powder Serum, you only need I think she said a 1/4 size amount to use all over the face. So I use maybe a little less than that because I just keep this in the T-zone because I like my T-zone to look very poreless. And even though I don't create a lot of oils, if I know I'm gonna be gone like all day and I need my makeup to last, I'm going to use this because this product is aiming to stop the excessive oils from actually even starting. So if balm powder is going to absorb oils that you create, the water powder serum is going to actually prevent that excessive oil from even beginning. So like, we're just going to stop it here from the beginning. So I like to use this in the T-zone. It makes the T-zone look so refined. If you have pores are really diminished, and it just looks so good on the skin. This is also a skincare product. You do not want to shake it, even though it's so tempting to shake it, but you just flip it over. There's a trampoline dispenser and you can control the drop. So I use probably like maybe like a nickel size amount for my T-zone. And these two together are literally what I'm using every time I do my makeup. So if you have oily skin, this is the product that I'm gonna recommend for you. Especially if you have really oily skin, I would recommend getting this to stop those excessive oils from starting. And then I would also recommend balm powder. It's over there. I don't feel like getting up and get it. But at this point, I think a lot of us know balm powder. I would recommend that to put on top of your makeup, or even as your makeup if you get the tinted kind, to absorb oils that you might, build up throughout the day. So those are my primer recommendations. A glow product that I've had for a while, but recently I've been really enjoying using it, has been the Saie Glow product. So this is, the full name is the Saie Glowy Super Gel. I have 2 of them, and the shades that I have are Starglow and then, oh no, they're both Starglow. Didn't even realize that. This is the larger size, this is the mini size. This is a beautiful glow product. So what I've been doing is, depending on what look I'm going for, I'll either keep it at the high points of the cheek, or I'll just put it all over the face. So this is what it looks like blended on the back of my hand. There's no glitter products. It feels honestly just like a lotion, and it just gives your skin a nice, beautiful luminosity. So I've been enjoying this product lately, and I thought I would definitely recommend it to you guys. There's so many things like this on the market that are amazing, but I've been reaching for this lately. I even traveled with it recently, and it's just really beautiful under makeup. I think it gives you that great lit from within, like subtle glow, nothing too excessive. I think a product like this will work for really any skin type. It'll work for any complexion. They've got a few different shades. And I think it also will work if you have more mature skin. If you're someone who likes a subtle glow, you don't want anything too stark that's gonna overly accentuate fine lines and wrinkles, I think this product is beautiful for that. All right, moving right along to foundations. We got 3 foundations. I know, because your girl be liking foundations. I've honed it in on 3. So the one that's like a oldie but goodie that I have been just absolutely overly obsessed with, and then it was reformulated, and I am still obsessed with the reformulated version, Dior Backstage Face and Body. You guys, this foundation is literally bae, okay? Literally bae. So I loved the older version. I wear the shade 4 in. This is going to be a soft matte foundation that's going to give you about medium, like a solid medium to sometimes full coverage. I say sometimes full coverage, just depending on how much you build it up, but like a really strong medium coverage. It works so beautifully under heat, sweat, all the conditions. There's a really great shade range, and I absolutely love this. So this was my go-to foundation in the summer, like last summer. And it's one that I continue to wear. It was reformulated, and I think Dior, did Dior send me the reformulated version? I think they did. Did they? No, they didn't. I somehow got this though. I didn't buy it, but it was gifted to me. And I was like, great, because I love the original version. I'd love to try the reformulated version. In my opinion, the reformulated version is just as great as the original version. It is stunning. So this is one that's like an oldie but goodie. I am still reaching for this foundation, and I highly recommend it. I do think if you have dry skin, because I think if you have like normal combination oily, it's going to work well for you. If you have dry skin, I definitely think that you can still enjoy it. Just prep your skin with very hydrating primers. And another thing that I like about this is that it doesn't have to be worn full coverage. On Instagram and TikTok, I was doing a series for a little bit where I was talking about foundations that are undetectable on the skin. And y'all, when I literally put this foundation on and a lip, flawless face. You hear? Flawless face. And I didn't use a lot. It's just such a perfecting foundation. And I love it. Highly recommend it. Okay, another one is new to this year. It's the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydra Glow. So I did a comparison of this particular foundation with the original version. It is beautiful on the skin, very long lasting, but this formula is going to be better suited for individuals who have more normal to dry skin. It gives you that little bit of glow, juiciness to the skin. And if you have, I would say like combination oily, I would go for the original one. If you have normal, because I have more normal skin, we can wear either. It just depends on what you like. This one is so beautiful. It just gives you a bit more of like a luminosity to the skin, but it's so beautiful. I did a full day wear test, so I will try to remember to link that video. But this is a really beautiful one, and I would definitely recommend this one. And then the last one is the one that I've been wearing a lot lately this year. I'm wearing it now, and I love it, you guys. I was late to the party. I was very late to the party, but I'm here, and I'm so here for it. It is the Prada Beauty Foundation. So I wear the shade DN75. I do have a review of this foundation on my Patreon. The link to my Patreon is down in the description box. Just $5 a month. You get a little bit of extra content from me. And I have the full review of this foundation on there. This is stunning. You hear? She's beautiful. It's so skin-like on the skin. It's another one of those foundations that's quite undetectable on the skin if you don't use a lot. It's just really perfecting. It aims to last for 24 hours. It also aims to provide you 24 hours of hydration to the skin. It is refillable, so you can buy the refill if you were to run through it. And it's like, when I say I have nothing bad to say about it, it's a beautiful foundation that lasts immensely on the skin. In my wear test, I had it on for 16 hours and I did a very like kind of strenuous workout. Homegirl was still sitting there like, okay, what we doing next? I was like, okay then girl, we're really gonna go to sleep. But okay, if I needed to do something more, I could. But this is a beautiful foundation that I have been reaching for so much lately. So I would recommend this one if you haven't tried it. If you're like me, you're a little late to this one, check it out, it's a beautiful one. Concealer. So for concealer, the one that I really have been enjoying, I can't even remember when this one came out, but this is the YSL All Hours Concealer. I think this came out last year, but I didn't talk about it in my Sephora recommendations in the fall. So I don't know if it came out afterwards. I can't remember, but I do really enjoy this concealer. It is the one that I'm wearing today. And the shade that I wear is MN7. This one is going to be more of a matte concealer. So I would say that if you have drier skin, this may not be the best one for you. My under eye tends to be a little dry. And when I go to wear this concealer, I definitely want to hydrate the under eye because it can look a little dry. If I didn't mention it, it is the concealer I am wearing right now. And the formula is, it's kind of thin. It's not a thick formula. So it's gonna give you about medium coverage, but it does layer. So if you put on some, blend it out, and you feel like you need more coverage, it can build to like a nice solid medium in terms of coverage. But it lays really nicely. I like that it gives you like a nice brightened effect without it being too bright in terms of this shade. And I do think that this does add like a nice glam to the skin, if you will. Like a nice soft matte look to the skin, which I like in my T-zone. I like for my T-zone to look a little bit more of a soft matte. I don't want it to be too oily and glowy because it's gonna accentuate my pores that are on my cheeks, on my forehead and things like that. So I do really enjoy this one. So I'm recommending that. Another one that is beautiful that I do plan to pick up another shade because this one matches my skin is the Sephora Collection Best Skin Ever Glow. Now here's the thing to remember. Remember, all Sephora collection is 30% off no matter what tier you are beginning April 5th. So even if you are a beauty insider and you cannot start shopping the savings event on the 5th, you can go into your Sephora stores or you can shop online on the 5th as a beauty insider and get 30% off. So remember that. Another thing that I want to say is all Best Skin Ever products add to cart. They are phenomenal. The foundation, the this concealer right here. This is the Full Coverage Best Skin Ever concealer. I wear the shade 33N. This one is stunning. And then they came out with the Glow version. So in the Glow version, I wear 30.5. This actually matches my skin to a T. So I want to pick up the shade. I think I have 29.5. Is that the shade? I think that's the shade, or 29 that I want to add, that I want to purchase, that will be actually for like my T-zone. But this is beautiful. It lasts so well on the skin, and even though the formula is Glow, it's not greasy, it's not oily, it's just like beautiful luminosity. This is stunning. This is stunning. Like, I haven't talked about it as much as I really enjoy it, but you should definitely check it out, because this is a good quality one right here. And then another one that I have like a love, sorta don't like relationship with, but I like it enough to talk about it. It's the Fenty Beauty Concealer. So this is the We're Even Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I have the shade 310W. Okay, why I like it. Girl, we are brightened. This is full coverage, and the skin looks so hydrated. I mean, all of the claims in the title of this concealer is exactly what you're getting. Long wear, hydrating, luminous skin. It is beautiful. Blends effortlessly into the skin. Like, we're starting off so high, so high. Things are being checked off. I'm like, okay, Fenty. Because their original concealer, the Pro Filter one, oof, we just could not go together because it was too dry. So I was really happy with this formulation. How to the ever. She be creasing. And it's supposed to be a crease-proof formula, but girl, she be creasing on me like nobody's business. And I have tried to use less and less and less, and she just creases. So it's like, we put it on, we blend it out, we set with powder, making sure that there's no creasing before we set, and she still be creasing. So then I blend out the creasing, and she still be creasing. But she looks beautiful. And like, after a couple of creases, we be set. So if you have a way to make this work without creasing, please leave that in the description, because I love this concealer enough to talk about it. I love it enough to recommend it to you. And maybe it's just not good for my little mature under eye area, but it might work well for you. So I'm not going to say that it's not a bad, I'm not going to say that it's a bad concealer. I'm not saying it's not worth talking about, because it's really good. For me, she just creases a bit. So, I'm still trying to figure out a way to wear her to where she doesn't crease. But if you have any other suggestions, let us know in the comment section below how you can keep it in place, locked in and loaded. Okay, now moving on to powder. So I have a very, very, very new powder that legitimately just came out that I'm loving already, because I already love the formula. It's just a new shade. Pat McGrath Sublime Under Eye Perfection Powder in her new shade called Pink. She's beautiful. When I posted a video, I wasn't even talking about this powder, but I was talking about something else. I got a couple of comments like, honey, your under eye area, what are you wearing? This is her. It's really beautiful. This formula I've loved for years. I've purchased this particular powder multiple times in the shade medium. So when I saw this pink shade, I was like, give her to me. Now, the question that I've been asked a lot lately that I don't honestly have an answer for is, how is this gonna look on someone who has deeper skin? And I feel like this may not be the best powder for someone who has deeper skin, simply because this is a very, very pale pink. And I'm gonna blend it on the back of my hand so you can see it. Blending it on the back of my hand, it works well under my under eye area, but I could see this powder potentially being a little potentially ashy. I would say if you can go in store, if you have deeper skin, test it out in store. I cannot confidently say, yes, if you have a deep, rich chocolate complexion, it will work for you. But a pink powder that will work for you if you have deeper skin is the OneSize one. And I love this. So I'm actually wearing both of these powders right now. This OneSize one, y'all, she's just perfection. She is flawless. Like, pores are absolutely non-existent with this powder. Everything is lasting on your face for 85 hours. Like, it keeps everything locked and loaded. The skin looks so smooth. There are different colors, so if you don't want this pink color, there are different colors. And it's a solid one that doesn't feel heavy on the skin. Like, it's not going to be as thin as the Pat McGrath powder, but it doesn't look heavy on the under eye area, which I really, really do appreciate. So this is such a beautiful powder, and because the color of this pink is deeper, this is going to be a pink powder that will work beautifully for any complexion, but especially if you have a deeper complexion. Bronzer. All right, this bronzer I have recommended to you guys so many times. And when I think of bronzer, this is the only bronzer I'm using, unless I'm using like a palette that has a bronzer in it. But you guys, Mother Pat McGrath, literally, in my opinion, this is the best thing that she's ever created. Aside from her foundation. Foundation is still #1 for me. But these freaking bronzers, like my favorite bronzers ever created, Pat McGrath Sublime Bronzers. Is that the type? Yep. Nope. Skin Fetish Divine Bronzer. So my absolute favorite shade is going to be Bronze Mahogany. It is the bronzer I'm wearing today. Oh my goodness me. She is absolutely stunning. I love the bronzed like glow that you get, even though it's a matte bronzer. When you buff this baby into the skin, it just makes the skin look so refined. And then as you're wearing the bronzers throughout the day, your skin just looks so radiant where the bronzer's at. It's like, I have no words. That's exactly what it's like. So Burnished Honey is my most used shade, but right after Bronze Mahogany is Burnished Honey. I think I said Burnished Honey instead of Bronze Mahogany, but you guys get it. This one gives me more of like that orangey bronzed look. So depending on what look I'm going for, if I'm going for a look that's more neutral, maybe a little even cooler on the face, I'll use Bronzed Mahogany. If I want something really warm, then I'm gonna go in with Burnished Honey. I have 3 other shades. Those shades are beautiful, but these 2 shades right here are the shades that I wear all the time. These are the shades that I travel with all the time. Like, I want to do a video about my travel essentials, like makeup that I always travel with no matter where I'm going. These are what I'm taking with me when it comes to bronzers. Literally cannot exist without them. That's very dramatic because I can't exist without them, but I don't want to. Highly recommend these if you haven't tried them. Okay. Highlighter, 2 recommendations. Guys, actually, nope, I lied. 3 recommendations for highlighters. Okay, so one is also by Pat McGrath. This is a Skin Fetish Sublime highlighter in the newest shade called Nude Opal. So, honey, she debuted this highlighter when she went viral and literally broke the beauty community with her glass skin looks. And when I saw her putting this on her models, I was like, I need that in my life as well. This highlighter, let's see her in action. Let me get me a brush. It's so stunning, it's so beautiful, and it's just like the silkiest, smoothest highlighter. Now, one of you guys asked me like, hey Chelsea, does this have glitter in it? And I said no, because I didn't think it had glitter in it. You got it and you were like, you're absolutely wrong, this has glitter in it. You know, I feel like I was a little misled. And I do want to put it out there. In my opinion, I don't think this has glitter in it, but it does have if I could say, a metallic-y finish to it. So beware, because if you take a metallic finish as glitter, then yes, this does have some texture to it. But when I look at it on the skin, when I also feel it on my finger, I don't feel glitter chunks. It feels very smooth in formulation to me. And then when I go to blend it out, like on the back of my hand, it's right there. It doesn't, and I'll do it again so you can see a better like swatch of it. It doesn't look like to me there's, you know, glitter chunks or metallic chunks that can actually be felt on the skin. So that's what I meant by when I answered the question, there's no glitter chunks. But I do want to put that out there because, you know, I don't want to ever feel like I'm misleading someone or I'm giving you information incorrectly on purpose. That's never my intention. But I think this highlighter is stunning. It's so stinking beautiful. I could put this on all day long. So yes, highly recommend this highlighter. if you had your eye on it. And then another one is another travel staple. Like no matter where I'm going, I always travel with this highlighter palette. OG one, Dior Backstage highlighter palette. This is the original one. I'm low-key thinking about getting the more like peachy gold one, just so I can have that to travel with. But these highlighters look so beautiful on the skin. I love that we get like an array of colors, so you can just have any type of highlighter for whatever look you're going for. I like to mix these two together when I'm going for like a cooler tone to my face. I'll sometimes mix, like over the weekend. Yeah, over the weekend I did a look. I just mixed all three of these together. This is like solid, like nothing new, but honey. And then it's so small and compact, it's like perfect for travel. So that's another staple for me, like no matter where I'm going. Dior Backstage highlighter palette, she's coming with me. And then a very, 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 very new highlighter are the Fenty Beauty Dim Light highlighters. I just finished doing a review of this. It is stunning. So this is the highlighter for a person who wants a very subtle highlight. You want something that's going to look almost a little more ethereal on the skin, lit from within in a powder way. Or, because this is what they're calling a skin tone based highlighter, you really don't want to put any makeup on, but you just want to swipe some glow and it look very natural on the skin, but also make your skin look really juicy and healthy. That's this girl right here. And one of you guys, I was so disappointed in myself because I was like, duh, why did I not think of this? I had a couple of you guys go, hey, Chels, how does this compare to the Hourglass powders? And I was like, oh my goodness me, why did I forget that? So let's do us a quick little comparison. Like we're just gonna do a little swipe so we can see them side by side, and then we can form some opinions. Let me get the Hourglass powders. Okay, so I've got this Hourglass palette here. This is the Tiger palette. Let's swatch this highlighter right here, and we'll compare it to Fenty Demi'Glow. So let's do Fenty. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all the shade. I have the shade Yum Rum 05. So this feels so soft and smooth. So there is Fenty right there. And then I'm gonna swatch this highlighter right here from the Hourglass palette. Let me get me a finger that is not been used. All right, so here is Hourglass right here. So we're looking to see formula-wise, like how both of them look and compare. And they both look really, really, really smooth. My thought was this is what I answered just off of how I remember the Hourglass powders. The Hourglass powders, I feel, are going to be, I felt like the Hourglass powders were going to be more sheer in their opacity because they are built to have light reflect off of them. So they're giving you luminous skin, reflective skin, you know, that type of technology within the powder. Whereas the Fenty Beauty Dim Light highlighters are there to be a skin tone based highlighter that's going to be like what they're calling a low-key highlight. So yes, highlights allow for reflectiveness, but the Hourglass powders are there to do a multitude of things, especially if we're talking about the ambient lighting powders, the ones like this powder right here that you can use to like set your under eye area, maybe set your face with, use as a finishing powder. The Hourglass powders have a few different more functions than the Fenty Beauty highlight. Like for me, I wouldn't take this and like buff it into my face because that would be too much glow. But I would take one of the Hourglass ambient lighting powders to do that. Let's also swatch that because what I swatched from the Tiger palette was an actual highlight. Let's swatch this ambient powder right here. We'll swatch it next to the Fenty Beauty highlight. So I'm gonna put it right here. And yeah, you can see like the actual ambient lighting powder, first of all, doesn't look so much like a highlight. So here is the Hourglass ambient lighting powder, and then this is the Fenty Beauty highlight, and then this is the highlight from Hourglass. So you can see like the two highlights here look like highlights compared to the actual ambient lighting powder. That's gonna be, like I said, more sheer, more reflective. But either, I will say this, if you were comparing Hourglass highlight to the Fenty Demi Light highlighter, formulas are almost identical. The Hourglass highlight might actually have a little bit more of like a strobing effect compared to these Demi Light powders from Fenty Beauty. So yeah, so I think the Fenty Beauty Demi Light highlighters are beautiful. I highly recommend them. I actually have my eye on another 1 or 2 shades. So hopefully that was helpful for you if you were looking at them and you were, you know, wondering how they compare to the Hourglass powders. I hope that gave you a little bit more of an insight. Blush. We got a lot of blush up here, so let's get it going. A blush that I have hardly ever talked about, I think, on my channel, but I've been really loving them lately, and I'm actually wearing them today. The Saie Dewy Liquid Blushes. So Saie sent these to me earlier in the year. I meant to do like a dedicated review. I never got around to it, but these are really, really beautiful. So the shades that I'm wearing today, I'm like looking in the mirror trying to remember. I mixed the shades Chili and Baby together and just mix them together, and that is the blush that you see on my cheeks. These are beautiful because the formula is a little bit more dewy, but they're not thin. They also last very well on the skin, and they don't fade easily either. And let me say it this way, they last very long on the skin, and you also get good pigmentation. That's what I meant to say. So these, I would say, if you compare these to the Rare Beauty ones, they're not going to be as pigmented as the Rare Beauty liquid blushes, because we know those pack a ton of pigment, but these also have good pigmentation. So maybe not as much as Rare, but definitely not like a Balm where you're getting like a hint of color. No, you're getting good pigmentation from these. I think there's a total of like 7 or 8 shades. And I put these over my powder. So you can apply them before you put powder on. You can apply them on top of powder. They blend very easily and they're gorgeous. Some other blushes that I would love to recommend to you guys are the new LYS Cream Glow Blush Sticks. Oh my gosh, these are really, 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 really beautiful. I think I did a dedicated review. I think I did. Yes, I did. I did. I think I did. I definitely did a YouTube Shorts, but I think I did a dedicated review. And my favorite shade is Courageous. It's this beautiful, like orangey terracotta shade that looks stunning. The brand did send me all the shades, and Courageous is the one that I've been reaching for the most. I'm trying to find, here we go. Here's Courageous. Oh my gosh. Is this Courageous? Yep. This shade right here, I'm gonna just look at her. Look at her. If I remember correctly, 4 shades are at Sephora. 5 shades are at Sephora. 2 are strictly on the LYS Beauty website. I don't remember off the top of my head which ones are which. But definitely check the links down below. I'll have both links for Sephora and to their website, depending on what shade you want. But they're a beautiful creamy formula that has a glow. These blush sticks can act as a blush and a highlighter. Pigmentation is on 1000. So when I go to apply these, I don't put them directly on the cheek. I do like one swipe on the back of my hand. I'll take my brush and I'll blend it on my hand and then apply, because even though they blend very well and very easily into the skin, like why overwork yourself by putting too much on from the beginning? And they last very well. You can put these on top of powdered skin, or you can just put them directly on bare skin and they look beautiful. And then the other blush that I want to recommend, okay, I'm moving pretty fast, Charles, look at you. I thought I was gonna be taking a long time with the blushes. The new Rare Beauty blushers. So I have 3 shades. I have the shades Love, which is this terracotta shade right here, which I've also done a review on these. Yes. Oh, I haven't put it up yet. I'll get that up soon. And then I have the shade Joy right here. It was described as like a muted peach shade, which I really enjoy. The third shade that I have here is Cheer. This is going to be a light warm pink. I have decided that I'm going to swap this one out for the shade Truth, because it has more of a mauve tone. And this particular shade against my complexion, it works, but it's a little too cool, and I know I'm just not going to use it. So I'd rather go for a shade that I feel I will use more. And Truth, and that mauve color looks right up my alley. So these are really beautiful. They're the exact same formula as the Rare Beauty Baked Highlighters. the ones that she came out with last year, I think it was. Oh, I love these. So formula is basically identical. It's just got more color to it. And those are also pigmented as well. Hear me when I say they're very pigmented. So I really recommend them. I think they are a beautiful formula. Definitely check them out. Okay, now let's move on to eyes. I have been working with a lot of eyes, okay? Because I've been using a couple of palettes that y'all are probably gonna roll your eyes with when I tell y'all the palettes, but that is my truth. Ever since, I would say August, it's not been a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I've been loving. It's just been these couple of ones right here. So I'm just gonna run through them because, you know, it's old news at this point. Groundwork, okay, we're just gonna open it and close it. Then January, I told myself I wanted to start using more of my Pat McGrath Mothership palette. So I've been loving on those. So I would say for Mothership, this is Mothership 1 Subliminal. I'm just holding this one up because that's the one that I reach for. But I would say Motherships 1 through 8. Yes, yes. 1 through 8. Those are the formulations that I love the most. So if you're eyeing a Mothership palette, maybe pick it up during the sale. Honestly, you could just wait till Pat McGrath has her sale because the sale is better. But I just wanted to share what I've been reaching for. My Mothership palettes from Pat McGrath. And then Danessa Myricks Lightwork 5. This is the palette I've been loving, loving, loving on, especially when I want like a very easy but like dimensional eye look, because these shades are so multi-chrome. I can literally just pick one shade, swipe it on my eyes, and literally you think I've done like multiple shades on the eye and I've just used one shade. So this one I've been using a lot. I travel with it as well. And then the newest from Danessa that I legitimately cannot put down. Like when I say I can't put her down, one of you guys even peeped it. You're like, are you already hitting pan? I was like, yes ma'am, I am. Blooming Romance, so Groundwork Blooming Romance. This is her newest launch. Let me tell you guys. Absolutely, utterly obsessed in my best influencer voice, okay? Okay, this is what I'm wearing on my lips. I've made a few different reels already and YouTube shorts with this particular palette. I've done a dedicated review on it, but if you're not familiar with the formulation, it comes with a velvet pomade formula that you can legitimately use anywhere on the face. Brows, complexion, eyeshadow, eyelashes, lip, blush, bronzer. When I'm talking about like bronzer complexion, I'm also referring to the original Groundwork one because this has more of your neutral tones. So I've done a few different videos with this one as well. You can check my channel for that. This one gives us more of our like blusher types of tones, but I've seen people take the pink shades and like bleach out their brows with it as well. I use this shade in the powder formula. So that's the Velvet Pomade formula. Then we've got this powder formula that's infused with Upsilite. So it's gonna help to control the oils and refine the pores. So this particular powder shade, I've used that to set my under eye area and give it like a brightened effect. On my lips today, I'm wearing this shade Evermore, and then I put Allure in the middle. That's my lip. Oh my goodness. These lip combinations that I've been getting from this palette and the blush combinations. The blushes that I use the most have been Allure Desire, Bliss, and Dreamy. I've been using the most for blush. Evermore and EXO, I use these a lot for the waterline and for lip liner. Like those are my go-to. Bliss, I've also used that for lip liner as well. And then Adorn and Lovestruck, I also use these for blushers and lips. I actually was wearing these two earlier today. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I highly recommend this particular palette. It is literally like my all-in-one. Like when I travel now, I can take, if I wanted to, I could literally take these two and have an entire full face, brows included, foundation, eyeshadow, concealer, all the things. Like I rave about these for a reason, because they're amazing. Okay, that's it, because I don't want to bore you, but those are my obsessions as well. Let's get into some lips. So, oh wait, before we get into some lips, let's talk about brows and eyelashes. Brows, my favorite brow products at the moment are by LYS Beauty. We've got the LYS Beauty Brow Gel and then the Brow Pencil. So the Brow Gel I think is only sold at Sephora. The Brow Pencil I think is sold specifically on their website. Or it might be vice versa. However, I'm gonna call them both out because these are the brow products that I use unless I'm gonna use the Groundwork palette, the Defining Neutrals one. But I love this brow gel because it holds my brows in place, but it doesn't make my brows too crunchy that I can't put a pencil through it later on. So I usually will put on the brow gel right when I start my makeup, let it sit while I do some other things, and then I'll go in with the brow pencil. The shade that I have is dark brown, and then fill in my brows. And I really have been enjoying these two together, so I highly recommend them. Mascara. Number one, Sephora collection mascaras are amazing. And I've tried 3, I wanna say. 2 or 3. This one is the Love the Lift mascara, and this one is a beautiful lengthening and volumizing mascara. The formula is not too wet, which I really like. It's like the perfect formula because it's not too wet, it's also not too dry. I can put on a layer of mascara, let it sit and dry a bit, and then add another one, and it doesn't like dry too fast, and I can't add another layer of mascara. And as you can see, we're getting like volume and length. Let me come in close so you can see. We're getting volume and length from the mascara. It's got a wand that has like a nice kind of like arc shape to it. So you can use this side to like really lift the lashes, and it separates the lashes really well. Then we have the YSL Lash Clash Mascara. Can't say that too fast. This one I love for the volume. Honey, child, we be getting all the volume with this one, but it also lengthens the lashes. The formula in this particular mascara is a little more wet than the formula in the Sephora collection mascara, and it's really beautiful. I would for certain purchase this again when I run out. And then let's get into some lip. A lip balm that I have purchased multiple times, highly recommend it. It is so stinking good. The Dior lip balm. So this is the Lip Glow in the shade 001. This stays in my purse. Oh my gosh, look at that. I am almost done. I went to go roll it up. This is as far as we can roll up, but it really makes my lips feel hydrated. The hydration lasts for a while too on my lips, so I don't feel like I have to keep reapplying all over. And I just really love the packaging. It makes me feel like nice and bougie, and she's cute, okay? She's cute and she works. So I highly recommend this for lips. Then I love the Makeup by Mario lipsticks. So my favorite shade is going to be Bronx Baby. Oh, she's so stunning. I did do a full review on these as well. And then I had to pick up the shade Chelsea. She's a beautiful like fire orange type of shade. And I will wear Chelsea more in the summertime because I love to wear these shades in the summer. But the formula is really soft, it's hydrating, it's beautiful, and I love the tones of these as well. So I think he did a great job with them. And then the Makeup by Mario lip pencils. They're really good. So the shade that I have here is called Chris. I think I want to pick up another one or two of these. It's a actual like pencil formula on one side, and then on the other side you have a brush to kind of, you know, blend in the lip liner. And I really enjoy it. So like I said, I'm thinking about getting another one of the lip pencils, but they're really good ones. And Saie, another Saie beauty product, their lip oil. So this is the Glossy Bounce lip oil, and I think, yeah, it's a lip oil in the shade Play. This is really, really pretty. This is what it looks like. It's just it's a thinner lip oil, so it's not anything too thick, but it actually lasts on the lips, keeps the lips hydrated, and it's a pretty one. I really like this one. And then setting spray. The setting sprays that I've been loving, we already know, Set It and Forever, okay? But I've been reaching for, again, where are you at? I've been reaching for my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray a lot lately. I had not touched this one in like a few years, maybe like 2. But I reached for her again. She's stunning. So I've been using this one lately. And then also this OneSize setting spray. OMG. Makes my makeup last forever, okay? Forever. I for sure am going to be getting me the full-size one, and I am contemplating the new one that has glitter everywhere. I mean, I don't know where I'm going to go where I want glitter everywhere, but it has the same lasting power as the original spray. So I don't know. I'm going to go in store and test it on my arm, and if that speaks to me, we will be purchasing that during the Sephora savings event. But you guys, that is it. Those are all of my recommendations. I have a whole playlist of Sephora recommendations that I have been doing for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, maybe even longer. So I will have the playlist linked at the end of this video. Definitely check it out, because if I recommended it before, I will probably still recommend it to this day. So check those out if you want more recommendations, because we could have a video that is 10 hours long of products that I still love from Sephora. But I wanted to hone in on the things that I'm currently using, that I'm currently loving, and that I think you will enjoy as well. Let me know down in the comment section your top 2 Sephora recommendations. Like, honey, I only have $100. What should I buy? Because you know, Sephora things can get a little expensive really quickly. So give us 2 recommendations that you think, if you don't already have this, check it out. I especially will be looking, because you know, I be making my list, but y'all be influencing me as well. So tell me what I need. Chelsea, I know you're gonna love this based on what I know about you. Leave all of that in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel, first of all, what are you doing? I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad, because we love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.